good activity today, something fun. You are going to see on your tables some materials. One is a rubber band and the other is a car. So just like for all of our activities, you are not to touch the items until indicated to do so, right? So we want to wait. We can observe the items, we can look at them, but we don't use them until it's time to move forward with our experiment, right? So look, don't touch. So everybody get out your comp books and a pencil. We're going to be writing some notes. So you may have some clues about today's lesson based on what you saw put on your table. Does anybody have an idea? What do you think we're going to be doing today? Anybody want to guess, you know? Brendan, what do you think we're doing?
Slingshot card.
Slingshot card? I mean, yeah, right. Alciana, what do you think?
Try to move the car without like pushing it.
Try to move the car without pushing it. Micah?
I was gonna say what I was going to say.
Okay, what else, Jalen? Moving the car with the rubber band. So you're getting the idea, right? So our unit is on force and motion. So we are going to do an activity today, an experiment, using a toy car and just the only tool that you have, rubber band. And we're going to see if you can devise a plan to move it. So that's in just a moment. So go ahead and get out your pencils. We're going to be writing in our comp book. Write today's date. Today is the 25th. So 2, 25, 26. Write the date on your comp book notes. And then we want to write a question. Can you power a car with rubber bands? Can you power a car with rubber bands? Can you do it? Is it possible?
Yes.
If so, how, right? So now we're going to write our hypothesis, right? So during this part, it would be your individual hypothesis. So when we do a hypothesis, we use words if, then, and because. So let's write this first part of it, and then I'm going to have some blanks where you will individually add what you think should be in the blank. Okay? So if, and then let's underline if I use a rubber band to power a car, comma, if, underline if, I use a rubber band to power a car, comma, this is where we use our then word. So we've got if, and then, let's underline then. You may even want to put it in capital letters so that you begin to get that idea that when we do a hypothesis, if, then, because. If I use the rubber band to power a car, then the car will, and this is where I'm going to have you put a blank, okay? And then we're going to use our because word. Because blank. Okay? So I'd like you to underline because as well and fill in the blanks here. You're forming your own individual hypothesis. If I use a rubber band to power a car, then the car will, what will the car do? Move. Go ahead and write. that might be a possible answer, right? So the car will because blank, right? Move out of the way. If I use a rubber band to power a car, then the car will, maybe it does something, and maybe it does something because of something else. So I'll give you a minute to write down your hypothesis. So this is your time to fill in the blanks. And you don't have to be right, but you should write an answer. So it's your time to fill in the blanks, Shania. Go ahead and write something down. Then the car will do something, right? I'm going to give Shania another few seconds to write it down. Brendan's writing his answer. Okay. Put your pencil down when you have written your answer. All right. Okay, good. Okay, so let's finish the sentence. If I use a rubber band to power a car, then the car will, Alciana. Okay, that's a good one. Who else has a hypothesis? Raylan?
If I use a rubber band to power a car, then the car will move because the force applied to the rubber band makes it go.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, Lyndon.
If I use a rubber band to power a car, then the car will get put into motion by the force of the rubber band because of the elastic force.
Oh, the elastic force, right? That's a good word. That's one of our vocabulary words. Elastic. Chris.
If I use the rubber band to power the car, then the car will move in motion because the rubber band will push the car to move in motion.
Great job. That's a good one. Anybody else? Alex?
If I use a rubber band to power a car, then the car will go forward because the rubber band is really force into the car.
Okay, so you got like a directional idea. Okay, good. So those are all very good hypotheses, right? Based on what we already know, we can think about how we want to proceed with our experiment. Now, what I can say is, some of our experiments in science class, what have we learned about that? Sometimes it's a little harder than we initially think it is, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 minutes, and you're going to work in table groups. You are going to take 3 minutes to talk to each other about a design once I release you. And then you are going to, during that 3 minutes, you're going to sketch it as well, right? So first, we want to talk about a vocabulary word that Lyndon was talking about, right? So let's write this down. We've got this one here. So we're going to be using 2 forms of energy in our rubber band car experiment. Raise your hand. What are the 2 types of energy that we're going to be using in our experiment? Let's see. Kylie. Kinetic energy is one of them. And then Lyndon, you mentioned one of our vocabulary words.
Elastic.
Elastic. And what kind of elastic? It's something that we talked about at the very beginning of the unit in force and motion. So there's kinetic energy. What's the other type of energy? Potential. And so specifically we're talking about elastic potential energy. So let's write those two down. 1, 2 types of energy. And we're going to write elastic potential energy, and then we're going to write that other one, kinetic. Okay, so now remember, whenever we're doing our talking, turn and talk, and we aren't going to be touching the items, we are going to be observing them. So everyone's gotten a chance to write that down. I'm going to go ahead and set a timer for 3 minutes and work in table groups on your ideas about a design and start sketching, okay? So your time starts now. Here, let's put it out here in the middle so that everybody can see it. I think use that for a different activity. So go ahead and put the car and the rubber band in the middle of the table. And let's observe. So put the rubber band in the middle of the table and just observe it. See what they're like. Okay? So let's go ahead and put these in the middle of the table so you can see them, so you know what you've got to work with.
Don't touch it. You. See how we are.
And a car. I could have drew it on it. Don't judge my car, okay?
Okay.
See? Alright. I'll have you write this down in just a minute. Yes, you should start drawing a sketch. So start sketching, talk together, and start with a little sketch. Yeah, we're not going to use that backward motion, you know, so you have to just use the motion of a rubber band.
We break the rubber band.
No! It looks like a toy. So things have back action, so we're not going to use that, right? We're going to use the power of the rubber band.
Yeah, that's.
It looks like my car is blind.
Alright, so the cars, they have like one of those pullback actions, but we're not going to be using that. We're just going to be using the rubber band. Okay? Right, so whenever you have your plan and you launch it, we're not going to pull it back and push it forward. We're just going to use the power of the rubber band.
But we kind of have to put a car back in
Information about the car. The cars do have this pullback action, right? Where they go. We're not going to use that. We're only going to use the power of the rubber band in the experiment. Okay? Okay, we've got about 1 minute. 1 minute.
Wait, I got that. I'm sorry. I was not looking at it.
See some designs going on? Okay, yeah, and I like those arrows. So you're wanting to act force here, but when you do that, you're expecting it to go. So here, so are you going to do it from the top, or are you going to do it from the side? So here, it looks like you're doing it from here, and then you expect it to go that way. I'm just wondering. Okay. So now it's time for the build. I'm going to give you 7 minutes.
Hey,
in order to test out designs on your table. We are going to do the experiment on the floor, but you're going to test them out on the table and see what different techniques work. Now remember, it's an elastic band. It can move all different ways, right? It doesn't have to stay in one shape.
Super good job. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, guys.
We're thinking about that.
What is your good idea? Be careful. So here your only materials are the tar and the rubber bands. That's everything. And force and motion. That's what we got. Interesting. Well, it's what our goal is distance. Like for all of our experiments when we're launching things, it's distance. Also, students, I want to make sure that I mention all 4 wheels need to be on the ground. Right, so it can't do a kind of fast and furious popping up kind of thing. It needs to have all the wheels in order for you to qualify as being successful. All 4 wheels need to be on the ground the whole time. Just the car and the rubber band. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? So, you need to make sure that all 4 wheels of the car are on the ground the whole time. I mean, can you? You just need to make sure that when you do it, it's not popping up in the air, right? In order to qualify, it needs to be all 4 on the ground. Did you guys hear that? We need to make sure that during your test, all 4 are on the ground. So some students were kind of giving it some force and kind of turning it up, so that's not something to qualify. So yeah, so you can't move it back, right? So you were doing that. So you need to maybe just place it here, and we'll make sure you Careful. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So make sure that it doesn't work like that. Yeah, these cars have that kind of backward, so you can't. In order to test the concept, you can only use the force of the rubber band. Alright, remember, we're only going to force the rubber band. I think, did you guys hear that? Like, all 4 of the wheels need to be on the ground the whole time. It can't pop up or else it doesn't pop.
Alright,
So when you're in your test,
Yes, ma'am.
make sure that
I'm
you're
trying
doing
to get in
that.
the rubber band to launch it. Where's the rubber band?
We have it already.
No, Genesis just pulled it back and released the car. No, the rubber band has to launch it.
Like, we had it like this.
Okay, let me
And
see.
then the car went
Okay, let me see.
And the car goes.
Okay.
A buddy kind of. I see what you're doing.
Don't let nobody see.
Oh, hold on. We need to. We're wanting. So if it doesn't go in reverse, it doesn't go in
Nope,
the direction.
table.
So we're
Nope,
wanting
not
this
yet.
way. So make it reverse. No, we're gonna do it on the table. Yes, so we're gonna launch it.
You're
That could be, you could do that, yeah. But I would keep, because you win by distance. So I would keep, when you start going this way and see and perfect your technique. No, just on the table, yeah. Good question.
I thought they were pulling it back.
So you got a little more time.
You have to make sure people can see the rubber band. It's like one person.
So like I said, just be careful about that. Yeah, because you don't want it to all go down. Who's captain?
They make a two-person job real quick
Okay.
to see how it works. Because then one person is on like this. You see your arm being
Okay, come on. Who's the captain? Okay. So it's not recording. Yeah, all four wheels have to be on the ground the whole time. And remember a success is moving forward movement, and then there's going to be ideally a group that does the best and goes the furthest. So you may want to start moving this way over so you can see how far you can get it to go. Okay, we've got about 1 more minute or so start. Yes, you can. Okay. There's as many people as in your group. If that's how many people it takes. Okay. Yeah. The only constructs were materials. And so you can use more than one person. You know, you can use everybody in the group. Yeah. And that's a good idea.
It was barely going to go. I was like, I'm confident that
It's a little bit harder than you think it might be, right? Hold on.
We definitely do. I'm like, super confident that
You will make it. Okay, be careful. Okay, that is time. Go ahead and put your cards in the middle of the table. Got our time. Put our cards in the middle of the table. Everyone get out your comp books again and then write our materials down. Write materials and record that the only materials in our activity today that we use are the car and the rubber band. Alright? So write down materials, car, and rubber band. Okay, so it is Wednesday. So table 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and, I think we're going to launch them from here, right here.
What about all the way to
So, do you see this? Where my foot is? We're going to launch it and we're going to go forward this way. What's that? No, I mean, we sweep it every day. And that's a good question, right? So, if there's dirt, okay, everyone listen, have a seat. Hold on a second. Brendan made a good point here. Brendan, repeat what you said. Okay, so valid question, right? Question. What if there was dirt on the ground? What would happen if there was dirt on the ground? Raise your hand. Genesis. Friction would cause it to slow down. Yes, that's good, right? So what I can say about friction and dirt slowing it down is that we did just have one of our custodians right before you came in sweep the floor. So I think we're good as far as dirt is concerned. But it's a valid question, and it does relate to our lesson in regard to friction. Okay, so table 3, if you could come over here, and we will watch the launch.
Look at that. Over here.
Okay?
Let's go.
All right, so this is our launching line right here. So Alex, we want to situate you so that you're not in the way. Everyone should be having a seat, because we don't want to, okay. And I'm going to do a countdown, right? So it'll be,
I can't see.
okay, and so, yep. And so the countdown will say 3, 2,
What is the Marion doing?
have a seat over there.
Okay,
thank you. All right, so I'll take one more step back, please. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to give you specific instructions. Everyone listen. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. When I say all eyes on me, it means our voices are off. Chris, it means our voices are off, and all eyes are on me. I'm about to give instructions. I'm going to give you instructions to 3, 2, 1, launch. And so when I say launch, that's when it's your indication to launch. Okay? All right. So you guys ready? Get ready for the setup. Okay. Now remember, you can't pull it back. So you need to remember you can't pull the car back. Yeah, that's the line. Okay? Okay, you guys ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, launch. What happened? What did you guys see? It barely moved. Okay, let's try it again. All right. Okay. Okay, so I feel like you were kind of exerting some force on that wasn't coming from the rubber band. Okay, table 3. Okay, table 3 to me. Put your card.
She's saying that.
Have a seat, table 3. All right. Hold on. Let's quiet down. Quiet down.
That foot is dirty.
So everyone should have their cards and the rubber bands in the middle of the table. Car and the rubber band in the middle of the table. Okay. Car and the rubber band in the middle of the table. We are focusing on our next launch. Where's the rubber band? Okay. All right. So this is our launch right here. Give them a little room. Give them a little room. Okay. So Alciana, are you launching on your own?
No.
It's okay if you are. I'm just asking.
Well, they need to be here because they're my money.
Because they're your support system. Yes. Okay. So this is our launching pad right here. This is our line. Go ahead and set it up. All right. Set it up. Micah. Put it down. Okay. 3, 2, 1, launch. Okay. So
Wait, that was time. You gonna be doing that?
well, okay. Raise your hand. What did you guys see? Okay.
Let's go. We can go farther.
Quiet. Let's listen to Genesis. Genesis, what did you say? But it did go forward, right? And it was obviously that it came from the rubber band. Let's try it one more time. It flips, but that didn't work. Okay. Try it down. Okay, 3. Set it up. 3, 2, 1, launch. Okay, so it kind of flipped around a little bit. So I think we got like a foot. I think we got a foot on the first try. Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. Nope, you guys retry. To get quiet so we can do the rest of our tests. We need to get quiet so we can do our next launch.
That's for doing people dirty.
I think it's like I said, it's been cleaned. So I don't think that it's got friction on it. And also keep in mind, everybody's launching from the same space. So if there is dirt, don't call out, raise your hand. Okay. So everyone's launching from the same space in different ways. So friction's gonna account for the same regardless of who's testing. Because we're all testing in the same area. Okay, table number 1. Who's coming up? And let's give the table 1 some respect. And let's we're gonna do their table at the end. We're gonna do their table at the end. Okay. Raise your hand, Micah. I have my hands I have my eyes all around the room. So if you raise your hand, I will see you. Hold on, we've got a question from Micah.
He says every single way you typically searching the rubber band at its full capacity, so that's probably why it's
Different techniques, variables. We're going to talk about variables. Okay, set it up. 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, let's try it again. We get 3 tries. We get 3 tries. 3. Alex. 3, 2. Everyone needs to be quiet so that we can do our release. I know it's kind of fun, but we need to show respect to the people who are doing this. 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, so that it did not go a foot like table number 4. But you get one more try. Devarian, switch back. It's not you. This isn't your turn. Okay, one more time. All right. So this is one again. This one right here. 3, 2, 1.
Micah, put yours away. Put it back. And the rubber band.
All right. So let's go ahead and put these back. All right. So we need to quiet down so that everybody gets a chance before the end of our class. Okay. Have a seat. Thank you. All right. We want to show respect for table number 2. They are going to launch now, so we want to keep our voices at a nice level. So we have multiple people helping to launch on this one. Okay. So we can't launch until everyone's quiet.
He's humping the floor.
Devarian, go sit down. Devarian, go sit in your seat.
Oh, but
All right, so let's back it up. So let's give it some room.
Don't get back up.
3, 2. Okay, we're setting it. So we're setting it up still. And I remind you, we're not going to launch until everyone's quiet. 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, set it up. Set it up. Set it up. 3, 2, 1, release. So I would call that a drift, right? But the car stayed all 4 wheels on the ground. It didn't flip. So that's why it qualified, right? So that's a great job. So let's wait. Let's wait. Okay. So what do we learn from this? Let's talk about variables. Raise your hand. What variables do you think contributed to the success, the unsuccessful?
what are variables?
We will go in just a minute. So which variables do we feel like like affected these cars that we launched?
The rubber band.
Raise your hand. Jadalyn. What's that? Variable? So, can anybody tell me what variables mean? Variables.
I think it means like the same thing as
So it's the different factors that affected the car are the variables, right? So let's see. So we had a few unsuccessful, and we have one group that we will go in just a moment, and we had one successful group. So let's be sure and write. What do we think is the most difficult part of the challenge? Raise your hand. What is the most difficult part of this challenge? Alex.
testing.
Testing? Tell me more about what testing was difficult for you.
The floor is dirty because on the table.
I think we've established that the dirt on the floor is not affecting, and if it does, it affects everyone equally. So that's not an answer.
It affected my jacket.
Really? What do you think contributed to the success of your team?
Having like a lot of, like having a rubber band pulled back and like releasing it.
Okay, so do you think that you had it pulled back further than some of the others? What allowed you to do that?
They didn't even do it.
There were several people helping, right? It wasn't just one person responsible, so you could exert more force, elastic potential force. Okay.
I'm gonna say there was a greater amount of people.
All right, good. So on our force of motion, remember the different types of energy that we were using: elastic potential energy with the rubber band, as well as kinetic energy. So everyone did very good. We have one more group to test. We'll do that in just a moment.